One use for Tonex Pedal that I really don't hear spoken about very often is utilizing it simply as an overdrive pedal, and maybe the ultimate overdrive pedal. We oftentimes think of Tonex Pedal as being able to capture real life amplifiers through cabinets or just direct and then utilize them as full-blown amp captures. But one thing that a lot of folks don't realize and don't really talk about is the fact that we can capture direct captures of overdrive and distortion style pedals and utilize Tonex Pedal without a cab, just as that direct capture, and either utilize it plugging into the front of a real world guitar amp so that we could have numerous different overdrive pedals within Tonex Pedal that we could access when needed and set up as presets, or we could utilize multiple Tonex pedals and feed one into another, utilizing one as an overdrive pedal into, let's say, some amp captures. So there's a lot of possibilities when we do realize that Tonex Pedal can make an incredible overdrive pedal. So today I'm going to show you some captures that I have done. One is based off of my incredible Ibanez TS808 Tube Screamer. Another one is based off of my Warm Centavo Klon Overdrive Clone style pedal. And I've done a series of captures of various settings. And today, to utilize this, I'm actually going to be doing things a little different than most of my videos. I'm going into, and you'll see it from the other camera angle, my incredible orange OR30 head. So you're going to be hearing a real tube guitar amp set fairly clean. And this is plugged into my Universal Audio aux box. So for the tones you hear today, the speaker cabs are going to be from the Universal Audio aux box. But what you're going to hear is my guitar plugged into Tonex Pedal, out of Tonex Pedal, straight to the front of the amplifier to aux box acting as the cab, and then straight into my DAW. So you're going to get to hear how Tonex Pedal interacts with a real tube amp with some direct overdrive captures. I hope you like what you hear. All the links are below to these particular captures that I'm going to be showcasing today. Like I said, based off of both the Tube Screamer style pedal and the Klon style pedal. I hope you enjoy. Let's take a look and a listen and see how these sound. All right, so here we are over in Tonex standalone software, and all I'm using this for is to control Tonex Pedal, and so you can see something up on the screen. Right now, I'm going to disengage Tonex Pedal, and just to, as again, a reminder what I've already said, I'm plugged into my Gibson SG, straight into Tonex Pedal. Tonex Pedal is coming straight out into, and I'm not sure if you can see it up here, my orange OR30 tube amp head, which is going into the Universal aux box, which is acting as the cab and being direct recorded from there. So that tone with the pedal disengaged, bridge pickup on my Gibson SG is this. So a nice little clean tone. That is pure tube amp tone. There's no modeling going on here other than the aux box acting basically as the impulse response or the cab. So coming over to my captures here, you'll notice that I have the green Scream captures. These are based off of the TS808. And you'll notice I have JS, my initials Green Scream, O1T0. So O is the overdrive level, T is the tone level or the tone control. So T on 0 is going to be darker, T on 5, T on 8, overdrive on 1. Then we have overdrive on 3 with those settings, overdrive on 5, overdrive on 7, and overdrive on 10. I'm going to go through these fairly quick so you can hear what they sound like. Again, here's our core tone. I turn the pedal on. As we would expect, just a very low level of push. More of a tone control. You'll see when I switch to tone on 5, it does exactly what the pedal would do. Tone on 8. So it doesn't mean that each of these captures is going to sound incredible with every possible scenario or situation. It's really going to depend on how we have our amp set and if it's a bright tone or a dark tone. If it's kind of a bright tone, we're probably going to want to go down to the tone on 0 on 5. If it's a dark tone that we want to maybe have cut a little bit more, the tone on 8 would work. So let's come over to overdrive level 3, tone on 0. Again, let's compare that to the bass tone with no pedal. Just nice and clean. Pedal on. Moving on to tone 5. And then tone on 8. Moving on to the next level of overdrive. Overdrive 5, tone on 0. With this particular kind of bass amp tone, I'm really digging these tone on 0 and 5. And then overdrive 5 with tone on 8. Obviously, as expected, a little bit thinner. Now moving on to overdrive level 7. Very nice tone there. Overdrive level 7, all with the tone control on 5. And then finally with the tone on 8. Finally, the highest level of gain with the tone on 0, so overdrive on 10. Overdrive level on 10 with the tone on 5. And finally, tone on 8. Going back to the tone on 5. There's the tone with the pedal engaged, with it off. Back to that. So we really get to hear what those tones sound like. Now, coming over to the Klon style, or the Klon style pedal. Again, here we have O10, T7, and an M. That M is going to stand for the mod switch on that pedal engaged. When we see the same thing without the M, it's without that mod switch engaged. So here's the sound of the highest level of overdrive with the tone on 7. Without the mod switch. Again, that's going to thin the sound out a bit because that tone control is cranked up quite a bit, coming to a more reasonable setting of T5. That's with the mod switch on, with it off. And then T3, the tone down a little darker here with the mod switch on. And with it off. Going down to the lower level of gain here with the overdrive setting on 7. That's with the mod switch, with the higher tone setting. Let's go through these a little quicker. And again, just to compare it to that bass tone without the pedal on. Kind of hear that it sounds real nice and works beautifully as an overdrive pedal. Moving on to the next lower level of gain. Now it's starting to act more like a tone control. If we turn that off, there's our bass tone. Turn it on. Kind of more like a tone control now and just shaping the tone. Darken it up a little bit and add just a little edge of hair to it. So that's basically how most of those tones sound. As I said, I have links below to where you can grab these from my website. But if you are thinking of trying Tonex Pedal out as an overdrive pedal alone, it does work really nicely. And if you want to go give those a try, I really do appreciate it. The links are below to where you can get them from my website. All right, there you have it. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's a pretty interesting way to utilize Tonex Pedal. If we have one pedal or two pedals, like I mentioned, we could use one as an overdrive pedal alone while the other for amp captures. Or we could get a Tonex pedal to utilize with our real tube amps and have a bunch of different captures of various overdrive pedals we like and utilize in that manner too. So I hope that at least opens your eyes to this possibility, and I hope it was enjoyable to some degree. I'm going to leave you today with the full-blown demo video utilizing the Green Scream Ultimate captures I have, which are based off of that Tube Screamer style pedal. And I hope you enjoy the sounds of these in the mix. So what I've done in this mix is utilize those overdrive captures into the front of some of my other captures of my Orange OR30. So this is all Tonex, utilizing an overdrive DI capture into an amp capture. The links are below for all of the different tones you hear. And I hope you enjoy that music on the way out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. And also please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I'll be back really soon with some more. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Ciao for now.